Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily Freybler. So today's video, I'm going to be doing this festive makeup look. I love how it turned out with the reds and the golds, just like reminds me of Christmas. And I think this would be beautiful for any holiday party when you want to go a little bit glam. You could wear this on Christmas. It's just like a very beautiful eye look. So I hope you enjoy. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I do have another Christmas makeup tutorial as well. That's like more of a green eye look that is really, really pretty. So make sure to go check that out. I will link it down below in the description box, as well as all of the products that I'm mentioning today. I will have one link that'll take you to my blog, and then everything will be listed there for you guys and linked, and it's going to be really easy to shop. So let's get started with the video. Okay, so we're going to start with the face and use this CoverGirl mattifying primer. This is my favorite mattifying primer ever. I love it so much. I use it every single day on my T-zone because I have combination skin, and no matter what I use, my T-zone gets oily. So I need to make sure to have a mattifying primer. And then for foundations, I'm going to mix two of them. I'm really pale right now, so I'm trying to find the best shade, and also foundations that I really like, obviously, that stay a long time. So my favorite one for like pictures and for lasting a long time is this one from Catrice, their 20 or HD liquid coverage foundation. And then I'm going to mix it with this Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. In the Flower Beauty, I have Ivory L2, and in the Catrice one, I have Sand Beige. So I'm just going to do a couple pumps of that one, and I did shake these up, especially the Catrice one. You need to shake because it is very liquidy. I love the Catrice HD liquid coverage foundation. I've been using it for years, and it was really funny when my sister got married. She had a makeup artist do everyone's makeup except for mine and my mom's, and because I did my mom's, and the makeup artist used this Catrice foundation and said she loves it. All of her clients love it, and it's just so universal for so many different skin types, especially if you use a different primer and like all that kind of stuff. You can adjust the coverage with more. You could like use more of it. It's just like a great foundation. It lasts all day, and it lasted all day on like all of the people there. I actually wore this foundation as well for my sister's wedding, and I brought it, which was just, it was just really funny and kind of reassuring to hear like a makeup artist perspective of the foundation, because I'm not a professional. I just do this for fun and like doing it, and I love makeup. So as you can tell, I've been breaking out a little bit, or a lot of it. So I'm just going to put extra foundation on those areas. If some of my blemishes show through, it's not like the end of the world for me. For concealer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I've been on a kick with this. Like, I've been loving using it. It's just so good and very inexpensive. I think it's like $6 or something. So I'm going to put that on the nose, under the eyes, the forehead, and the chin. The reason I put them in this area is to highlight the face. I like to highlight all of the center areas where the light will hit my face, hypothetically. It just really helps to bring light to those areas and not just under your eyes. If your under eyes are too bright alone, like it just doesn't look balanced. It doesn't look right, in my opinion. So that's why I do it. And I'm going to just take some leftover stuff and go over these. For powder, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. I use mine so much that the writing is coming off. And the Real Techniques Miracle Powder Sponge. I'm going to take some of this, dab it on the back of my hand to get excess product off, and then go in to set everything. The reason I love this powder is because it has like a little bit of a different texture than a normal, or not this powder. The reason I love this sponge is because it has a different texture than the normal sponges that you would see. It's like kind of a velvety texture, I would say, and it just distributes the powder so much better. It doesn't give as much moisture off, but it still does give some moisture off like you want a sponge to do. Now I'm gonna bronze with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Bronzer, like that's literally what it's called. And I'm gonna use the Flawless Face Brush from e.l.f. This is my favorite brush for highlighting, or not highlighting, I can't speak today, for bronzing the face. Just really gets in those areas beautifully and diffuses the product. So the thing I'm doing over these blemishes, if you are someone who struggles with blemishes and putting powder on your face and you're like, yeah, it's like wiping away the foundation, it's wiping away the product I have on my face when I put other things on, and I'm like, you know, going like this with my brush. Try going like this and patting around and on top of the area so you're not moving that product underneath. And try not to touch your face too hard because that could be the issue. So you could seriously just do this by going like that. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. crease brush with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is my favorite way to contour my nose. I'm just going to go down the sides of my nose like this. Now let's move on to the eye look. So what I'm going to be doing is playing around with like this red, this gold, and basically just using those shades. I don't want to make this too complicated. I just want like a simple red and gold eye look that anyone can achieve. And I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I used this in my last holiday makeup tutorial, and I talked about why I love it so much and the fact that I use it so much because I know a lot of people have it. It's a very versatile palette. It's not that expensive, and it's just like a one-stop shop for a palette. So I love it so much. I'm going to take a mixture of these 3 browns and a blending brush, a fluffy blending brush. This is from Wet n Wild. And I'm just going to go into the outer part of the eye. I always start on the outer corner because that's where I want the most product, and then I just start sweeping. This is going to be our transition shade. This just makes everything blend better and it gets more dimension to the eye. I'm going to zoom you in actually. And I think I might do a halo eye, so I'm going to go into the inner part of the eye with this as well. Now with a slightly smaller blending brush, this is clean, but it just kind of dyed the white bristles from my last makeup tutorial. So I'm going to take the red shade right here, and I'm going to basically take it on the brush like this and then place it. Let's hope this works. Actually, you know what? Before I go into this shade, I'm going to take this one right here. It's basically just going to be a base for us because it's a very similar shade, but just not shimmery. So yeah, this is what I want. Okay, so we're going to take that matte shade and start placing it on the outer part of the eye. And I just am basically stamping very, very lightly. And you want to be decently precise with this. Don't do big sweeping motions. Just kind of precisely put this down. And then we're doing a halo eye today, so I'm going to take it the inner part of the eye here. I like to kind of like look down and place it like this. So a halo eye means I'm going to create dimension by going darker on the outer eye and the inner eye, and then I'm going to do a pop of gold in the center. Okay, now take your original blending brush and just blend the edges out. You can take a little bit more of that light brown shade as well. Okay, now I'm going to go back into that red shimmer shade with like a flat brush, one that's going to pick up a lot more product than like a fluffy brush, and place it on the outer part of the eye. Let's take some setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last, and I'm just going to spray my brush. Oops, I missed. And then pick up more product and place it on the outer part of the eye. Yeah, that's better. Get more of a, pack more of a punch, you know? So that's what setting spray does when you wet your brush with it. It just really intensifies the shade and makes it stick to the eye so much better. Again, take a little bit of those brown shades and just blend out the edges, and even take your like red blending brush and lightly blend. Now for the shining star, we're going to put a gold in the center here, and I want to really make it pop, so I'm also going to wet a brush, or you could wet your finger, whatever, and use this gold shade. It is beautiful. So take another brush, spray it, and go in with the gold. Go for the gold, baby. We're just going to put it where we haven't put any product yet, so right in the center. And I just kind of slowly blend it into the other part of the eye. You just kind of like fan it out to blend it into like the red area there. So go back in with a little red and just kind of like stamp over the edges of the gold to like make a little bit of a gradient. Now for the lower lash line, take any pencil brush, and we're gonna take this red shade here, the matte red shade, and just go very lightly on the lower lash line. And then take some of the browns with the fluffy blending brush and just blend. And then I'm just gonna take this like flat brush and take some of the gold and place it exactly where we placed the gold on the top. So it kind of like mirrors it, and it kind of just gathers it together right there. Then take like a small brush, your finger, whatever you want. And we're going to take some of this light shade right here, go on the inner corner of the eye to make it pop. Actually, I don't like that. I'm going to take my highlight that I'm going to use later. This is from Milani. This is their Day Glow. This is their Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder in the shade Day Glow. This is like a goldeny shade. I think that'll work a lot better than the other one. So just like a little pop of something on the inner corner of the eye. And I am going to add a little bit of liner. I need to do my brows. Why didn't I do that first? It's weird. I usually do it first before I do my eyes. This is the Essence Super Last Eyeliner in Waterproof. This stuff is very good. I love this stuff. So I'm just going to make a line. Really hard to talk while I'm doing this. Sorry, you can't even see. So this applicator is the best one I've ever used. All I'm doing is creating a line. I'm not going to do a wing for this. And then I am going to use false lashes. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm going to put a little bit of L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara just to coat the lashes before I put false lashes on. Okay, now it's time for brows. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in Brunette. I've really been liking this lately. I'll probably just like speed through me doing my brows because it's honestly pretty boring. Just kind of create little strokes and fill them in. Okay, brows are done. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but now we're going to do lashes really quick. Or lash, because I still have to do this eye, obviously. So I picked these up from Walmart. These are some Demi Wispy lashes from Salon Perfect. I really like Salon Perfect lashes. They are very good. Actually, I need some scissors. So basically, I always cut my lashes because they don't fit my eye otherwise. They're too long, and for most people, they usually are too long. Well, these ones actually aren't that long. They're a little bit long. So I'm going to trim probably just like see if they can see this. Just like this little tiny bit right here on the end. And these are regular scissors. I like to use nail scissors usually, or not nail scissors, but like hair cutting scissors. So they're a little bit smaller, but you got to do what you got to do when you can't find them. So I have these little applicator things. They're not completely necessary, but they are nice. These are from Tarte. I got them as like a free gift when I bought stuff off their website one time, but you know, whatever you have works. Tweezers, your finger. I think tweezers work better because it's easier. I'm going to also use Duo lash glue. Oh gosh, I hope this is still good. Okay, there's a little clog in this. Okay, I think my Duo lash glue went bad. So change of plans. We're going to use this Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe. I have this one stowed away, luckily. And then the key to putting on lashes is to wait until the glue gets like tacky. So you're going to wait at least 30 seconds until this glue starts to kind of dry and it gets a little tacky. That's when you're going to have the most control when putting on the lash. Otherwise, it's going to slip and slide around. You're going to get glue everywhere and it's not going to be pretty. So just be patient and wait for it to dry a little bit. Then I like to squeeze the fake lashes with the real lashes together and then just kind of wait for the glue to dry. Now I'm going to do my other eye and we'll finish up. All right, so the eye look is all done. Now we're going to finish off the face with blush and highlight. For blush, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Vintage Rouge blush. I love this, especially for something that's a little bit more neutral when you have a bold eye look. It's just like a nice flush, but it's not going to like overpower with the red eye. And I also like this because I feel like I can put a decent amount on and it doesn't like go overboard. See how it's just kind of like a nice flush? And then, like I said earlier, I'm going to use this Milani highlight in Day Glow. It's like a really pretty goldeny shade, which is going to complement the eye look because we have that gold in the center. I like to put it down the bridge of the nose, on the cheekbones, a little bit above the eyebrow. And then last but not least, we have lips. I like to do just a nude lip when I have a bold look like this. It just kind of is easier, then you don't have things clashing and you don't look like too over the top. So for lip liner, I'm going in with my favorite. This is from Milani. This is their Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade Nude. And then for lipstick, I think I'm going to use this one from CoverGirl. This is their Exhibitionist lipstick in the shade Tempting Toffee. I think this would be a good shade for this. We'll see. Yeah, so this is a little bit of a darker nude, which I think looks good with this, but it's not like a red lip or something bold that would, again, clash with the eye look. I also might put on a little bit of my favorite nude color because I just love this. This is from Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip in the shade All Natural Nude. I wear this basically every single day. So I'm going to put a little in the center. They're very similar shades. Honestly, I didn't notice how similar they were. And then to finish off the look and make it last all night, we're going to use the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. All right, you guys, that is it for this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it is so pretty for this time of year. The golds, the reds, the, just Christmassy vibes. It's very, very festive. If you haven't seen my green makeup look, then make sure to go check that one out as well, because if red isn't your vibe and you want a little bit more green, then that one is really beautiful as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye, guys.